Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, is it bourbon?
It's bourbon.
We're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, this bourbon.
Yes.
What's up, Doc? I already know what it is, so let's tell them.
It's BAM, another Doc Swinson's Exploratory cask. This is Mente. We're going with Mente on the pronunciation. It's two words. It's La-M-E-N-T. So that's what we're going with. But it is
E at the end. There's an E at the end.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's an Oloroso sherry cask finish bourbon. Another one of the Doc Swinson's Exploratory casks.
So this is from MGP.
Yep.
It's 113 and change on the proofer.
Yes, 113.8.
And they don't say age statement?
They say it's bottled when ready.
Oh, well, I'm glad they didn't bottle it when it wasn't ready.
They should have like an exclamation point at the end of that just to make it sound aggressive, like bottled when ready.
Yeah, stop asking.
Get off our back about it.
That's right.
But we've had good luck with Doc Swinson's and the Exploratory casks in particular.
True. And also with anything finished tends to be great.
Yeah, especially we've had some really good luck with Oloroso sherry in particular. Really kind of dark. There's some dustiness to this one.
So kind of molasses notes. I'm not getting like the grape type notes of wine yet. It's more of just like a really rich and dark kind of flavor profile. Maybe sherry-like.
Kind of a darker caramel molasses. I'm with you on that. Got a little bit of a fruit influence to it, but
maybe some toasty kind of note, like a toasted almond thing.
Kind of like toasted barrel bourbons where they give you kind of like the marshmallow vibe, a little bit of that as well. Let's see if it transfers to the palate. Cheers.
Hazelnuts, free range hazelnuts.
Free range with the hazelnut again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's incredible. That's really, really bold.
It's got great density, mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. The cherry note is not there. But like there's a hint of like fruit or maybe even like sweet tart kind of note, candy-ish note.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Really, really nice viscosity to this one. We've had a couple of the other ones that are exploratory cask and they tend to be finished. That's the whole exploratory thing.
Yeah.
This one I feel has more kind of density and viscosity to it, a little more oiliness to it.
Yes.
Which I think kind of makes for the better bourbon experience, you know? We've talked about that before, like the viscosity and the density of it can really kind of be a game changer as far as whether or not it feels like a premium bourbon. And this one definitely feels like that.
But what's interesting is I'm not getting a ton of flavors.
Really?
They're really great flavors that I'm getting. There's kind of the basic sweetness.
Oh, you mean you're not getting like quantity-wise a lot of different ones? But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's just really good caramely kind of sweetness. Maybe a tad wood spice. What else? I'm not getting a lot else. Like it's great, I love it, but I don't know if it would qualify as an interesting whiskey nerd kind of whiskey. I
don't know. So two things on that point. I think it could qualify as an interesting whiskey nerd, depending on, what people are into.
Sure.
I'm with you on the fact that maybe there's not like, this isn't one I don't think that's going to change with every sip. Sometimes you get a hold of a bourbon, you got to sit there for like a half hour with it, and every sip you take is like a different experience. I think this one just is what it is, and that's not a bad thing.
Not at all. And so it's like buttery.
Yeah, very.
And it's really nice and very creamy, but I'm not getting a lot of the other like wild flavors that you get on some higher proof bourbons with ton of flavor and it changes.
And some finished bourbons too. Yeah. But I think this kind of is one of those ones that is just really good at what it does. And honestly, that sometimes is better than the ones that are a little wild and kind of all over the board, because sometimes you get those ones, they just don't really fit into anywhere and it's like the flavors are kind of fighting each other. This one, everything just works perfectly together. Like this is really, really, really good.
Yep.
I would recommend this all day long. $80 price point typically.
Okay.
Which, fair enough for a finished
MGP.
Yeah, limited edition. There's only so many of these on the market. Yeah, this is a total recommend for sure. Let me get one more sip here before we close it out. I think it just has just the right amount of alcohol bite at the proof point. And you're right, it has a ton of that caramel, a little bit of that molasses. Mm-hmm. There's a light red fruit that I'm getting. And I think maybe that's all I'm getting from the wine finish.
Sure.
But yeah, it's great. I think everything in this bottle just works well together, and it's just a good, good blend of flavors.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has been Doc Swinson's Exploratory Cask Mente on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Until next time, subscribe. See you next time.